How we doing here? It is Monday, start of a new week, and it's not just Monday, it's October 2nd, so start of a new month. And being that's October, it's also the end of the last quarter or the start of the last quarter of the year. So a lot of different time frames to realize, okay, what can we do? What can happen? What can I get done this week? What can I get done this month? What can I get done this last quarter? And hope you're doing great. I know it's definitely been a little cooler here in Northern California. Had the whole house fan on, got down to 51 outside and got down to 60 inside. So doing pretty good. And for those of you who follow me know it's been 6 weeks ago today that I cut my shin on a plyo box. So it's still an open wound. Hasn't closed up yet, but it's getting there. I still have to wrap it up. Still do some bleeding at night when I wrap it up. So it's getting there. Anyways, let's go and get on today's topic. Fitness declines with age, question mark. And the description I wrote in the video here is that yes and no, it depends. Bottom line is depends on what you choose to do. So let's go and get into this. We're going to talk basically about strength, cardiovascular, and mobility. But yeah, there is going to be a rate of decline. But your lifestyle choices can play a huge role in that. So with strength, around 30-ish, sometimes even forward there, you start to naturally lose your strength and accelerates after 50. Naturally means you sit around, don't do anything, just live your life. It's going to decrease. Yet, by doing resistance training, you can preserve and actually build muscle size, muscle strength, and actually kind of slow all that decline process down. And resistance training could be free weights, dumbbells, barbells, kettlebells. It can be bands. It can be odd objects. You take a milk carton, milk jugs, fill them up with water, sand. There's your weight there. Dub method from Wild Hunt Conditioning, James Perrett. He was in prison. They used garbage bags of water. That was the resistance training. So you can definitely go through increased strength. And if you've been following me for a while, you know, resistance training is the type of exercise I recommend more than anything else. Because that carries over to so many factors with strength, tendons, ligaments, bones, muscles. And it does play with the bones because that's a thing we got to keep in factor. As we get older, there's the chance that we lose bone density because those that lay the bones down, those that take it away, there's more there. And you got a chance for falls, which we'll talk about in a moment. So fractures and get healing process. So you want to do your resistance training to help build your bone strength as well, along with adequate intake of vitamin D and calcium. But strength training is the way to go. Muscle is the fountain of youth. Okay, cardiovascular system. We're definitely going to have decreases in cardiovascular system. We've got problems with blood vessels becoming less elastic. And cardiac output, which means your heart's going to pump less blood out to your body. That's if it's naturally, though. And then we can have problems with cardiovascular disease. But you want to maintain your heart effect, you want to make sure and do regular, quote unquote, cardio exercise. And simply could be walking. There's huge benefits to just simply walking. You can go through and add jogging, swimming, cycling, something like that, but walking has huge benefits and it's easier for most people. And if you don't take care of your health, the chances you get age-related issues, hypertension, heart disease. So you want to work on those blood pressure, eat healthy weight, get your exercise in, and be careful about that extra fat, especially around your abdomen. You got all that excess weight around the internal organs. Yeah, it can definitely cause some action. So stay physically active, eat healthy. Mobility. Now, most people aren't that mobile to begin with, but I add age into that, and that definitely adds limits them more so. And as become less mobile, add that on top of not being able to strength, and day-to-day life can be definitely more challenging. So you want to integrate some mobility work. Going through exercise, go through a full range of motion on your exercise, whatever that is. And if you got limited mobility, you do what you can, and then it can increase from there, working on it slowly. Balance is with also mobility is a factor there. We know with elderly, falls are a major issue. So you can work on balance, and there works with mobility exercise. Now there's single leg exercise. And I don't mean anything crazy going around trying to balance on a ball or something like that there. No, there are single leg exercise that's done safely, but still it works on your balance. So by working on your strength, you work on your mobility, you work on your balance, that helps the chance to lessen the risk of falls. And if you do start to stumble, you have the reaction time to catch yourself. One of the great things about exercising, especially resistance training and all these exercises together, you're faster, you're quicker overall. So yes, as you age naturally, you are going to decrease in your fitness aspects. However, you have a lot of control of that by choices you make, choosing to exercise, making sure to do resistance training, some type of cardio, and work on your mobility. That's going to keep you going. So aging is going to happen. Now we got chronological age and biological age. You probably heard me talk about that. As a matter of fact, I got a video coming up before too long on this topic, going into another factor. But aging is going to happen. Embrace it. Say, okay, I'm going to be getting older. But if you're committed to preserving your strength, your health, your mobility, then it allows you to lead active lives as long as possible. And I think that's what we want to do. If we're going to be around, we want to be active and fluid, and that's what we want. So bottom line is, fitness does decrease with age, but there's so much you can do about it. So if you want some help on that, in the description, find a link to my Facebook groups. And a couple of them there would be push-up challenge. And there's a variety of ways to make a push-up to make it easier, harder, as well as the 10 minutes of a day of physical activity. So there's a couple things to get you started. So links in the description. Have yourself a great start to the week. I will catch you on the next video. So take care and balancing to you. Bye-bye.